Now it is time for the Basketball Wives LA Season 3 Episode 5 review, recap, and opinion by Meat Magazine. And this episode does not have a title, so I'll give it one. Jackie is Don King, because she's always setting up a fight. The episode starts out with Jackie and British, and they're looking at an office space for loveoflabels.com. You know, British's crappy website that I did the video about. You know, the one with the F rating from the Better Business Bureau. And just like Drea's vagina, it's a shared space. You see, that office is in one of those buildings where your business rents a tiny space and other businesses rent right next to you, and you're all up in each other's business and personal space. It's like working in a cubicle, but with one wall instead of three, and you're around a bunch of strangers and homeless flashers. It's actually less of an office space and more of an off space, as in off in the corner somewhere. Man, British does everything low budget. The best three parts of the scene are: number one, when Jackie said that British wouldn't want to hire BAM. You know, BAM, Brandy, Arian, and Malaysia. She wouldn't want to hire them to work for her scammy company because Jackie's old gang, the Jackets, weren't representing that flag right. And when I say flag, I mean their trusty symbol, the blood-soaked tampon. Bang bang. Jackie had to kick those three banditas out of there for not following protocol, so she couldn't give them a good recommendation with British. Number two, British said that Malaysia isn't all of that pretty and her body isn't all of that great neither. And this came out of the mouth of the chick that looks like Barney the dinosaur. Literally. That Tyrannosaurus Rex needs to find a cliff and take a seat in the rain. Number three, and possibly the craziest thing anybody said the whole show, possibly the whole season. The craziest thing was thrown out in the very first scene. Jackie said that Drea's vagina is like an empty soda can. It's been reduced, reused, recycled, and crushed, and at the end of the day, it's only worth 5 cents. Excuse me, I spit out my water. And to make matters worse, she said, you can't make a Drea a housewife. And when I say a Drea, yes, I mean a hoe. And yes, she really said that. Which is of course ironic because her daughter Chantel has had more snakes in her face than Medusa. But like they say, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one, and no matter how much you try to clean them, they're usually full of shit. Now we're catching up with Drea and Malaysia at Slim Rap, the rap that works. And Drea is dressed up like a cummy. Yes, a cum covered mummy. You got it. I wonder if they warned Miss Bukkake that if you get covered with man milk, then wrap yourself in bandages, you'll never get them off without losing all of your skin. But I'm sure there's some rich man somewhere that has a fetish for that too. She'll profit off of it. Anywho, Malaysia looks like a yummy because she's so delicious. I'd stick my cock in her pit and smash Malaysia like Flight MH370. Ooh, I'm gonna get a lot of hate mail for that joke. So Drea didn't go to Jackie's homo event because Jackie pissed her off, and Drea prefers to be pissed on. She said Jackie needs to get better aim when squatting. And with that said, I was wondering why these two were talking so crazy in this scene, like they didn't have good sense. Then I realized something. They're dehydrated from being in bandages while working out on those stupid ellipticals. I knew the conversation between these two birds went south when Malaysia was like, girl, you look like a Kemetic Egyptian queen with your breast out like that and being all mummified and everything. And Drea was like, which Egyptian queen do I look like? And Malaysia was like, Queen Nefertiti. In our next scene, Malaysia is visiting Brandy, and come to find out they've known each other since Brandy was bald-headed as a fuck and dying from cancer. So they're reminiscing about when Brandy was sick, and she had this one doctor that would always make her laugh, you know, to lift her spirits and make her feel better. So he would tell her really lewd and crazy jokes that would make fun of her cancer and call her racist names. Some of his favorites were Erica Ball-Dew, Shaolin Monkey, oh, and of course Sinead Colored. You know, anything to make a bald-headed black woman smile. He had a fetish for the brownies. So he told Brandy about some fucked up fantasy about wanting to ejaculate on her head when all of a sudden Malaysia stopped her from talking and said, "Girl, that is TMI." And Brandy was like, "Girl, I hate their news stories." And Malaysia was like, "Bitch, that's TMZ. TMI means too much information." And Brandy was like, "Girl, I thought 411 information was long gone. We have Google nowadays." Then Malaysia was like, "Girl, bye." Now Jackie is meeting up with her Illuminati connection because she wants to sell her own brand of cognac. So she brought Sunday with her to tag along to learn how to be a true member of the Jackets gang. Sunday is a first-degree jacket. I heard their secret password is turkey neck. Come to find out, the dude from the cognac business is named Hakup Bislamyan. At first, I thought that he was the dude that took down the Twin Towers. Then I looked his name up in the Meat Magazine language translator, and it's Persian or Iranian, not Iraqi. The English translation for Hakup Bislamyan is, quote, "When black people get the hiccups, the only thing that can stop it is candied yams." And I was like, cool. Now that's an awesome name. He must not be a racist. Anyway, if you had any doubts about whether or not Sunday is a hood rat, the goddess of ghetto did not disappoint us this scene. The hood rat came out when Sunday asked this question. She asked Hiccup what cognac was, or in her ghetto language, she pronounced cognac as konjac. So Hiccup said that konjac is in the brandy family, and Sunday replied, "Ray J better." So Hiccup was like, "What do you mean?" And Jackie was like, "No, Sunday, brandy is an alcohol." And Sunday was like, "I bet you wouldn't call brandy alcohol to her face, especially if she's driving at you." Swerve. So they had a taste test of different cognac blends or whatever. Wait. I stand corrected. Did I say a taste test? I meant to say that they had a drinking contest. Now, I don't know what Hiccup was thinking about giving free liquor to hood rats, because these chicas were skunk as a drunk. I mean, drunk as a skunk. I'm talking tipsy as a three-legged table with British dancing on it. When they were done, they were walking as wobbly as Drea leaving the locker room. So they have to come up with a catchy name for Jackie's new drink. And Sunday was so drunk at this point, she was just throwing out all types of stupid names. She was saying dumb shit like LL Cool Jack and Con Jackie Chan and Con Jack West. And Jackie and Hiccup almost had a Kevin Harder Jack. You gonna learn today. Now we're with Lorenzo and British, and Lorenzo is beating his meat so hard that the juice from his balls are squirting out of his asshole, and British walks up and catches him. So Lorenzo closes his bubble butt porn on his laptop, and his agent Michael Hart must be psychic. He always knows when Lorenzo was looking at porn, and when he calls, he uses the same lame joke. So Lorenzo answers the phone, and Michael's like, "What are you doing, Lorenzo? Beating around the bush?" Woo! Get it? Because Lorenzo was just beating around the bush. He was masturbating and he doesn't shave down there. So yeah, Michael Hart should just leave comedy alone and just be an agent. Yeah, anyway, Lorenzo is determined to make this basketball money, even if he has to leave the country again. Or as half-breed Drea would say, "Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, even if you were born a half a Jew." In other words, no one gets a free ride. And when I say ride, I mean riding the penis. Drea's motto since she started hooking was, "There's no animal shelter between these thighs. You gotta pay for this pussy." So Brandy and Malaysia get together and they're looking amazing. Their hair is looking magnificent. Their outfits are looking cute, and in fact, Brandy is dressed so nice that if I saw her in person wearing that dress, I'd act like a cop at Barney's in New York City and ask her if it's stolen, and yes, because she's black. Then I'd stop and frisk her. Anyway, the pretty girls are going to beso, which is the Spanish word for kiss, and boy would I love to beso Drea's cooler. So Sunday left early from her job, and judging by her outfit and height, she must be a horse jockey. Anywho, she came to talk with the Weave Tang clan. Brandy said that she comes across as a bougie bitch, but she's not. She's just a regular old beta bitch. And Sunday, the alpha bitch, invites the girls to go race car driving because she knows a guy in the mob that can rig the car to detonate on ignition. But they know how Philly bitches get down, so they didn't fall for that, John. And to no one's surprise, Malaysia is not feeling British. And no, I don't mean that she has disdain for the chubby girl named British with 2 T's. When I say she ain't feeling British, I mean she isn't speaking in her British accent this episode, and she didn't even eat her English muffin for breakfast either. Now we're visiting Lexington's social house with Brandy and Jason Maxiell. He's going away to play blackball, but Brandy's creepy perverted serial killer looking white doctor will be around to take good care of her. And when they were at the OBGYN, Jason was given porn to masturbate to so that he could produce some sperm samples. Brandy said that he was looking at the pictures that she gave to him of herself as opposed to watching the porn. No, Brandy, he wasn't looking at you. He was looking at Drea like the rest of the world. Light skin for the win. Now we're with British and Lorenzo again, and Lorenzo is leaving to go play blackball just like Jason, but British is staying behind. So Lorenzo's agent calls again, and this time he has good news and he has bad news. The good news is that he has a contract to play in Europe. The bad news is he needs him to leave tomorrow, and as expected, British doesn't want that lip to go away. You know, lip, L-I-P, live in penis. And Lorenzo is dumb as fuck. He's trying to say to his wife that everything will be fine and everything's going to be okay, but he mumbles and stumbles just saying that. And I am now completely sure that he lied. He doesn't play basketball and he plays football instead, because you know in Europe they call it rugby and they don't wear helmets. Explains everything. Now Brandy, Malaysia, and Drea, aka the pretty girls, are shopping at Satine. Drea says that she's done with Jackie and she doesn't want to get into a fight with British and mess up all of that pretty that she has going on. Brandy informs them that the only remaining issue between the ladies is the one between Drea and Jackie over Chantel, Jackie's daughter. And she goes on to say that Jackie's gang, the Jackets, has officially been disbanded. The only members that she has left are Sunday and British, a right and a left hand woman. But it's all good because British isn't even invited. Drea brought up a great point. Those bitches got their name the Jackets because just like oh shit's baby's mother on Black Ink Crew, they like to throw jackets on bitches' heads, then beat them when they can't see. They said it's exciting. In fact, it's just like fucking a blind chick. She can't see you coming, literally and figuratively. Damn you, Drea, for judging other people's fetishes. Brandy is like, let's just give them one more chance, and Drea is all like, ain't nobody got time to be listening to Biggie right now. And Brandy was confused, so Malaysia told her that Drea must still be hallucinating from the Mummy rap. And Brandy is so dumb, she's like, girl, you never told me your mama used to be a rapper. Man, these girls are so dumb. I can't. So now Sunday and Jackie are chilling by the pool with Brandy. And for whatever reason, Sunday is sitting up there looking like an elderly, homeless smurf. I swear, she must shop at thrift shops. And I'm talking the ill will and not the goodwill. Sunday told Jackie that she doesn't need to invite British on their trip to Palm Springs, California, because they're going to be staying up at somebody's house and hanging out with each other and tickling each other in bathing suits. You know, like girls do at times like these. And Sunday just wants some girl booty without the drama. Smart girl. Jackie wants British to come because she is her second chance at having a daughter, seeing that the other one hates her and is always busy sucking off 5 basketball players' penises at the same time when she isn't washing strangers' dishes or recording albums and writing books for her one and only fan, Helen Keller. And she's BDD. Blind, deaf, and dumb? No. Blind, deaf, and dead. Come to find out, Chantel saw only one album sale, and that's because she was fishing and left it on the boat. Excuse me, one album sailing. There's a difference. Anyway, Brandy told Jackie that it's okay for her to talk with Drea, but on the side, not in front of everyone like she did last time. Then Brandy said that if Jackie reveals potentially damaging or sensitive information about her in front of everybody, like she did to Drea, she won't be cool with her anymore. Then Brandy told Sunday to sit out of it and just chill, mind your business. And man, Brandy is so level-headed, I just freaking love it. I've been a Brandy fan from the moment that I saw her. And all jokes aside, I love Brandy. As of right now, she's my fave. So Sunday says that she has no beef with Drea. She has an issue with her. And she doesn't say what the issue is, but she goes into this long explanation of what beef is. She's talking about kicking in doors and shooting babies in the head and stuff. And I'm looking at the TV like, dang, Sunday, you're one evil witch. Anyway, Jackie said that the jackets are going to jump Drea. And they got their jackets ready to throw over her head too. So Brandy just better worry about herself and her homegirl Malaysia. Drea ain't even friends with her like that. You know, so mind your business. You know, because they're planning to provoke her. They're going to finna provoke her and get her to fight and all of that. So you better stay out of it. And the jackets have a new motto, which is light skin must not win. Speaking of light skin, Drea shows up with Malaysia and they're both wearing Daisy Dukes, and Drea has been so friendly with offering up anal sex to the world that her shorts won't stay out of her booty. She had to play tug of war to get the denim out of her ass. Funny thing about it is Drea's so hot she even makes picking wedgies look sexy. Chicken is what's for dinner. And that was pretty much it for this episode. See you next time for the next review. And don't forget to comment below and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more celebrity and reality TV related news, reviews, recaps, and opinions. And if you like it, share the video on Facebook, Twitter. Ooh, I just cursed. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, MySpace, or Toucans with a string in the middle, or even telepathically. Illuminati. In other words, tell a freaking friend. I didn't feel like throwing the beep sound in there.